Hello beautiful people, how are you all doing? You get all, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in this video we are going to be talking about carers. It's no longer in news now that the UK government has put in carers as one of the shortage jobs here in the UK. What that basically means that if you are a carer in your home country, you can come to the UK as long as you have a sponsor. All right, and you guys, the sweetest part of this is the application process will be a very swift one. So for you to work as a carer in the UK, you do not need any experience at all. You learn on the job. It's either the agency you're working for trains you, or the care home where you become a permanent staff trains you. Okay, getting a job as a carer, you can work in so many care homes. You can work in residential homes, you can work in a nursing home, you can also work in care homes where their specialty is learning disability, rehabilitation and mental health. Okay, so as a carer in the UK, it's either you are working as a permanent staff in any of these homes that I mentioned, or you are working for an agency. I know a lot of you did not know that I worked as a carer. Yes, I used to work for an agency, but that's a story for another time. Okay, so now let's talk about the main job description of carers. Being a carer, just like any other healthcare work, nursing, medicine, mental health and all of that, is also a rewarding job because you get to help people live their best life, support them, assist them to maximize their independence and all of that. Yes, and most cases you help them with personal care, and that is where a lot of people shy away from this job. Working as a carer, somebody once told me, why would you choose this job? Why would you decide to wipe people's ass, do all sort of filthy things and all of that? So I had to tell the person, like, let me even put it out there. What you see on the internet, like what you see on Google and all of that, is not exactly how it is. Like when you are doing these things with these people or residents or patients, you don't just do it with your bare hands. Okay, you are protected. You wear gloves, you wear your face mask obviously, and you wear aprons to do all these things. And again, I see this job, a care job or health assistant job, as I look beyond personal care, because this is a job that gives me joy. Like, I enjoy doing it, and the fact that you help people live their best life, the fact that you take care of people, and at the end of the day, some of them will be like, thank you. That alone gives me joy. Okay, and again, care job, health assistant, like, is a career, is a kind of job that you can progress it gradually. Okay, there's always a job here in the UK for carers, for health care assistants. They are always in demand for this kind of people. Okay, so don't look at it as packing poop and all of that. And again, I see it as, this is just the basic thing I do for myself, for my kids. You feed them, take care of them. These are just the basic things. So I don't see it as a big deal. And honestly, these are just the normal thing I can do for myself or for my kids. I feed them, I wash them, and assist them in toileting and all of that. And you guys, I get paid for doing this. I get paid for doing this normal routine that I can do for myself. Okay, so yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, that is why most people shy away when you ask them what they do. They are not proud to say, I'm a carer or I'm a healthcare assistant and all of that. See, as long as that job is bringing you money, as long as you are enjoying that job, be proud of what you do. Okay, although sometimes the residents can be difficult, and this is due to some of them have they are old people, some of them have dementia, some of them are paralyzed and all. Anyway, it depends on the care home you are working. Like I said before, I used to work as a carer and I worked for an agency, so I was opportune to work in different care homes. So one of the homes I worked in, the job was super easy. Like, I go, I sleep, at the end of the day I come back. Literally, that's what I did. Okay, because this home, there's no more job there. Basically what carers do there, just feed them, change their pad, and that is it. Okay, so it depends on the home you are working. In most cases, working in residential homes are much more easier than working in a nursing home, because residential home and working homes, they are almost the same, but they have just similarity, just few similarity as nursing home, just as the name sounds. People there are people with illnesses, but when you are working in a residential home, like a home, the job is much more easier there because most of them can assist themselves, most of them can walk. I know of a care home that the only people they accept are people that walk. They don't accept bedridden people, they don't accept people with stroke and all these chronic illnesses. Okay, so it actually depends. The sweetest part of being a carer or a healthcare assistant is there's always opportunity for career progression. Okay, from being a carer you can become a paramedic, a nurse, you know, you can just, you know, if you actually know what you're doing, you can, you know, gradually climb on the ladder. Okay, so to some of you that think being a carer or a healthcare assistant is a messy job, honest, believe me, it's not as messy as you think it is. Okay, because most of these things, when you, especially when you are doing personal care, you don't do it with your bare hands. Like, you wear gloves, you wear masks, you wear all this. Okay, and there are equipments that are used to make your job easier. Okay, it's not just something that you be carrying them up and down, like breaking your back, bending and getting up and all of that. Okay, there are equipments for each activity, making the job a lot more easier. Okay, now let's talk about the benefits of being a carer. The first benefit of being a carer is there is always job. Like, there is always availability, like there is always an opening, there is always a recruitment ongoing for carers. Okay, most care homes, most residential homes are always short of staff, as in they are always short of staff, so there is always need for carers. That is one of the advantages of being a carer. The second benefit of being a carer is a rewarding job. Like, you are part of the team that help put a smile on people's face, you are part of the team that help take care of people, you are part of the team that make a difference in people's lives. You know, that satisfaction, that joy when you help someone, wash them, feed them, and, you know, assist them walk around the neighborhood and all that. If you are a live-in carer, and at the end of the day they get to tell you thank you, that is priceless. The next benefit, the third benefit of being a carer, this one has to do with agency carers. If you're working with an agency, is the flexibility. Like, when you are a carer and you're working for an agency, like, you get to choose when you work, you get to decide the shifts you are going to work and all of that. You are in total control. So it's the flexibility for me. Okay, but when you're working as a permanent staff in a care home, you may not have the luxury to choose the shifts you work. This one is particularly, the flexibility is particularly for those working as an agency staff. The next benefit is there is always room for personal development. There is always room for career progression. Okay, there's always room for you to, you know, upgrade yourself to become something else. All of those healthcare related careers, generally you have the opportunity to expand your skill in the healthcare sector. So you guys, that will be the end of this video. I hope you were able to pick one or two from this video. Okay, until then, see you in my next one. Ciao.